Let's start with the back one here. This one, if it's not a word problem, you can close your eyes and just go, let's try that. I'm looking up right now. Oh, wait, there. Anyways. Yeah, it's all real numbers, or you can go negative infinity to positive infinity. Either one will work. When it comes to range, you got to be careful. So for range, because it's pointing down, y has to be less than or equal to the y value of the vertex. So this is your range. And for interval notation, you come up from negative infinity and you get all the way up to 5 inclusive. Okay? So I'll give you 2 marks for that, 1 mark for each. That's front. Domain on this, in this case, it goes from 0, right? Starts at 0, goes to 10. Or it goes from 0 to 10 like this. Either one is fine. For range, you go from 0, that's the lowest you ever get to, all the way to 12. So this would be 0, H, 12, like that. 1 mark for each, so 2 marks so far. In this case, I wonder how you figured this one out. You go from negative 4 all the way to infinity. Because of that arrowhead, it just keeps going. Will this be a realistic word problem that we will ever encounter? Maybe not, but you should be okay looking at the graph and figuring out the domain there. How would this be in set notation? X has to be greater than or equal to negative 4. That's basically how this goes, right? For range, how would we do this? You come from negative infinity, because this thing keeps going, right? So negative infinity all the way to 200. That is the highest y value you ever reach. So you go from negative infinity all the way to 200 up here. So those are your y values. So, and for writing it in set notation, y is less than or equal to 200 would still work. Even though this has a closed dot there, this arrowhead still keeps going down indefinitely. 1 mark for each. Next, for the domain, it's 0 to 200. And it's 0 to 25,000 is my range. And I will not do this set notation for this one, because at this point you already know. Okay, so 1 mark for each. Over here, for x values, you go from 2, you always go from left to right, from 2 all the way to 14.5. And because they're both closed, we've got square brackets on both ends. When it comes to the y values, you go as low as negative 10 and as high as 4. So that is your range there. Okay? How would that be for set notation? I might do this one. 2, I use t for time, 14.5, or negative 10, h, 4. Okay, so that's how you deal with those ones. So this page is worth 8 marks, and we've got 2 in the back side, so we'll have a total of 10 for this AC. So we'll turn this out of 10. So make sure your name and last name is on there, and you get a mark out of 10 on that one.